Hey, I'm Turi, and these are some of my perspectives on the MBTI. I want to note here that there's a lot of things I want to add about stuff I've already spoken about, and they'll be coming in future videos. This one is about judging and perceiving. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Judging and perceiving in the context of the MBTI, and definitely not from a Jungian perspective, is about how we like to live, or at least how we like to be seen by others about how we like to live. It might sound a bit weird, but this dichotomy, again, within the context of the MBTI, is totally about how you want to be seen outside of yourself, basically. It's in relation to the extroverted side of ourselves. Even if you're an introvert, the judging and perceiving dichotomy in the MBTI is about your extroverted side. This can trip you up if you're not careful and result in mistypings, especially for people that are really far on the introverted side of the introversion and extroversion dichotomy. Even though it's about your outer self, or what other people see, it's still completely personal preference. So it's not literally about who you are to other people or what they do see, it's about what you want your external self to be. It's about how you want to be perceived in an ideal world by others. This then breaks down into some questions I've taken straight from the Myers and Briggs Foundation. Do you want to be seen as someone that has a planned and orderly way of life? Do you want to be seen as someone that has things settled and under control? Do you want to be seen by others as someone that is more comfortable when decisions have been made? If the above resonates a lot, you'll be considering a J or judging preference. On the other hand, if you want to be seen as someone that is flexible, if you want to be seen as someone that prefers to understand and adapt to the world rather than organize it, if you want to be seen as someone that likes to remain open to new experiences and information, then this indicates a P preference. It's important to note that in the MBTI, perceiving doesn't actually mean being perceptive. It means you like to take in information more than you like to make decisions. And judging doesn't mean judgmental. It doesn't possess any negative connotations that go with that. It just means that you would prefer to be seen as someone that likes to judge or make decisions as soon as possible. There are pros and cons to both judging and perceiving. Perceivers can get so stuck on gathering new information they never actually make a decision. They can get completely paralyzed when they have to make a decision, as they just feel like they never have the information that they need. If this preference is taken too far, if it's too far removed from a balance between the two dichotomies, perceivers can be very, very difficult people to endure, as never being able to make a decision on anything is incredibly frustrating to deal with, even to other perceiving types. Judges, on the flip side, can get so hasty when it comes to making decisions that they never make these decisions with all the information that they need. When the J preference is too strong, they can have a very hard time actually listening and understanding and being open to the information they need to make an informed decision with. This means they may make premature and oftentimes bad decisions. Some sort of balance between the two is required for optimal decision making. P-types need to develop the skills it takes to actually make a decision. They have to find a balance between gathering more and more information and making the decision. They have to become comfortable with the law of diminishing returns. Sometimes spending too much time gathering new information hurts the decision-making process, and P-types need to recognize this and start to be more comfortable and trusting in their ability to make decisions with the information that they have. J-types need to develop the skills it takes to not make decisions too hastily. They need to be more open to new information, and at its worst, they need to learn to actually seek it out themselves instead of assuming they have everything they need all the time, because oftentimes they don't. This is really what this dichotomy is about. In the MBTI, you just have to consider, would you prefer to be seen by others as someone that takes too long to make a decision because you always want more information, or as someone that makes decisions too hastily to get it out of the way and put it on the done pile? That's obviously not how all P and J types are going to be, but if you can decide between those two, if you can decide which of those sounds like something you'd be more susceptible to than the other, then you're going to be on the right track. Or you can decide which of those sounds like something you never want to be associated with. That'll help you choose too, because it would indicate you'd prefer other people or the outside world saw you as the other one. In Gifts Differing, Myers says something to the effect of judging types believe life should be willed and decided, while the perceiving types believe it should be experienced and understood. This is what the P and J dichotomy is about. The J preference is about being closed, final, conclusions, decisions being made. Judging likes to dispose of things, according to Gifts Differing. The P preference is about being open, tentative, not making decisions yet. Perceiving likes to understand every aspect of something before they could even consider disposing of it. I think I've covered enough here to help really anyone understand what this dichotomy means in the context of the MBTI. My opinions on the P and J dichotomy and everything that it implies is something I'll have to cover in a different video, because there's a lot of things that simply don't make sense to me or don't add up with it. But as far as the MBTI exclusively is concerned, this video should cover what the P and J dichotomy means there. That's it from me. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, or don't, that's cool too. See you later.